So we've come to a French reclamation yard just to have a look to see what they've got. And interestingly, they've got an old Ford Cortina outside, very popular in the UK. And behind that, look at this. This is an American truck, but British registered. And look at that. Oldham, that's remarkable. That's where my brother went to live. Oldham is near Manchester. Look at that. Fabulous. Obviously carried on its life as a vehicle recovery. Look at that, look, even got period correct old tins. And this is just parked outside. Little Citroen look, isn't that lovely? Look at that, that would suit Anna and I. We would absolutely love that. Look at that. I'd say that's late 30s. Anna's made friends already, look.
Well, it's turned the lights on, we're going in here. It's all, I can't remember what's in all knickknacks, I think, and then there's another hangar beyond.
Okay.
Where all the ply and stuff is, and building stuff. And there's stairs in here that go all the way around.
This is the outside bit. Good for tiles and stuff. Do you like it when they convert these into planters, or do you think that's a bit tacky?
No, I like it.
You like that?
The house has to match it though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It has to be a cottage type.
Well, this isn't what we expected, is it? This is more like a Brocante than a reclamation yard. Reclamation yards, you normally think of roof tiles and chimney pots and stuff, but look at this, just the first room we've come in. We've got paintings and lots of taxidermy. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I wish we were in the old house still for things, big things like that, but they just don't suit the cottage. Yeah. Oh my lord. That's come out, that was like our last one, isn't it? That's purposely fitted. You can see where it's gone into the wall. Wow. That's quite deco. Oh, and I bet Shirley would like that. I think they're fleur-de-lis, aren't they, on the pattern on there? And some bonnet ornaments there from vehicles. Wow. This is Anna's department, she'll know about this. Purses. And old boots. New old stock boots. What on earth is a British sign doing all the way over here? Where's Maltby?
Did you say Maltby?
Maltby, sweetheart. Do you know where it is? Is it? Do you know it? There's a British traffic sign here for Maltby, 2 miles on the B6427. That looks like a bit of theatre. That's a prop, because that is wood. But they've put some proper furnace, doors on there.
Fish.
Is that a fish?
Isn't that a puffer fish?
What is a puffer fish? What would you do with a big puffer fish? Should be left in the ocean, shouldn't it?
Weird. I'm overwhelmed.
I am.
60 years old. She's nice.
Yeah, she's pretty.
What is she? 65. You'd get that, wouldn't you, for 65?
Yeah. That's full retail price though, isn't it? You'd hope to pick that up for 20 or 30 at a...
No way.
Really not?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, would you believe it? They've got our motorcycle and sidecar here. A much later one.
Oh, there's another dog.
Ah.
Oh.
And I'm betting, right, honey? I know my front wheels. That's a Lambretta under there. Got to lift it up now and have a look. Lambretta, here we go. There it is, look. Lambretta. That looks like a Jag. Is that a Jag? Yep, I was right. That's a Jag. XJ. Dipner, sidecar. What's this? Laverda, that's rare as rocking horse. If you wanted a little lapel pin, there's a few to choose from here. Oh yeah, she is nice, isn't she? Now that's unusual, isn't it? 1920s Christian Dior mannequin. How much is that, sweetheart? $400. That doesn't seem that bad, actually. That buffet there, €80. Crazy.
That's a JB. Nice, isn't it?
It is pretty. How much is that?
50.
1920s dress piece robe. €15. Sequins, 1920 sequins. €20. Lace dentelle.
Boots, look. The wooden soles, look.
Wooden soles. Wow. New old stock. You couldn't fit in any of the ones above. Are they all wooden soles, are they?
I think so, yeah. I think they're 5, aren't they? I think they're 5. There's Morrison shelter.
Yeah. Oh, if you were doing up your candelabra, this is great for spares, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that is lovely. Wow. This is more like I thought it would be. Look at these carvings here. Now there's some age in this. It's oak. I would say it's got to be what, 1600s, 1700s? Beautiful. I wonder what that piece is. Answers on a postcard. That's most odd. You'd want to say radial engine, but crankcase from a radial engine maybe, but no, it can't be. Fabulous. So metalwork, hinges, vices, pipework, And then randomly they've got end of stock clothing by the looks of it. Look at this, remarkable. So if you were restoring a period property and you were looking for a particular style of door to match existing, you'd probably find it here. The old metal shutters. This is all shutter section. It goes on. Anna quite rightly said it's very well organised. 3rd floor. This is just like a Brocante, isn't it? More than a reclamation yard. Is that what they're saying? It all looks like new old stock, doesn't it? So before we end our day, we thought we'd come up here. This is where all the old timbers are pulled out. So if you wanted to replace oak planking or a bit of floorboards or room partitions, you get yourself some timber from here. It's well seasoned. But luckily, we don't need anything like this now. So a little bit of old advertising for the kitchen. Is that, honey? Where do you fancy that?
I don't know.
Yep. And we bought a bag of really uninteresting curtain hooks and things.
Oh wow, is that pile of mushrooms?
Oh wow. Incredible. We've got Charlie with us because he's suffering from fear of abandonment at the moment. He doesn't want to be left behind. So we can't go to a restaurant for lunch. So we've been to the supermarket, we bought a baguette and some cheese and some salady things, and we just come down onto this riverside here to take our lunch today, and it means that Charlie can come out and smell all the history around the trees and things, if you know what we mean. But look at this is beautiful. Let me just show you this. What a place to have lunch, eh? Look at this.
Chateau there.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Should show you downstream. How nice is this? Right, let's get a seat. So, we are in Chateauroux today. It's a bit chilly today, and we're here just to have a look at this. Which is Chateauroux, or Chateauroux in Chateauroux. Should get that sorted. Look, they've obviously got a breach in that drain, that downpipe. It's caused a lot of water damage. Will be a big job. Oh, we've got a fishing chap there, look. A fisherman. Charlie is keen, full of beans. That is beautiful, isn't it? Sorry about the traffic. This chap looks Roman, so 937 to 1937, 1,000-year celebration of this chap. Can't quite make out what that says. Well, there it is. We're away from the road, so it's a bit quieter, but unfortunately we can't get in. We thought maybe it's publicly owned and there's some grounds, but very high walls, blocked off gates, no visible view into the garden. So we're taking a walk on the riverside, which is just opposite. Beautiful bridge there, and this very peaceful river's walk. Charlie! He's happy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And look at this. This looks like another very old water outfall. Look at that. 1878. Is it a culvert? Is that what they call them? A beautiful shape. Like an egg shape. Very strong. And then these cobbles go down to the river. These moorhens are a lot tamer than ours, aren't they? Ours would run a mile since you come out in the morning.
The town ones.
It's the town moorhens. There's some most beautiful carvings in this. Look at this vaulted ceiling, look. Immediately pulled the vaulted ceiling. Almost church-like. Bonjour! Isn't that beautiful? It looks commercial use now. Just got to show you. Look how intricate. And that's limestone as well, so that's lasted remarkably well. There would have been a statue in there originally. Someone's had that away. The intricacies of the masonry is just beautiful. And this is just the porch. And then they put that door in. So just to the right, you're confronted with that. Isn't that just unnecessarily grand? There's a twin tower. Archway for your coaches to come down. Look at that Marquis. Beautiful. And this looks like it's flats now. There's an intercom there. Imagine living in these quarters. Isn't that beautiful? Just to give you a view of that entire elevation. Isn't that stunning? And then something slightly more modern just on the inside here. Difficult to see the beauty in the building when it's been rendered all over and it's got new windows. But I would have said this is probably mid-1800s. The other building's probably 1700s. We're down now in the park. And I seem to have lost Anna. We're now coming down towards what looks like more utility building here. So we're still part of the Chateau gardens. But I imagine you've got the sort of stable blocks and the staff accommodation towards the outside of the plot. But even so, that beautiful lamp bracket there, you can see that. Just wondering what that building was. It looks like there's some work going on down here. Oh wow, this needs exploring, doesn't it? So this building's in decay. which is always a good sign for us to go and try and poke our noses in. What do you think, honey? What do you think the use of that was? As Anna says, it's got a lot of chimneys. So it could be a lavoir.
You know, a posh lavoir.
Yeah, because the catering would have been done in the chateau, wouldn't it? On the ground, on the sous-sol.
Yeah.
There's a water tank here.
Yeah, so it could be a lavoir.
And unfortunately, it's got breeze blocked up windows. So it's got a whole series of chimneys and flues going up. So it does suggest something mechanical is happening in here. Desperately in need of work. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like anyone's getting in there easily. But a lot of the brickwork is blown. This is the trouble, when you lose your gutters like this, they've lost their gutters, so all the water coming off the roof just goes back inside the property and into the wall, and once it gets into the wall, can you see in? Oh, let's have a look. Someone's punched some holes in. Unfortunately, I can't really see. So we're just at the back of this building here. This is the one we just looked in. And there's a series of weirs. Oh, I'd love to know what's on the end of that building. It might tell us what it is. And there's a weir just here. There was an opening in the fence to this house here. And this looks like it was burnt out from the front. Just taking you up. Oh wow. Shutters. It's very secure, look. They've obviously had problems here with vandals. You see the windows are open. Vandals have got in, unfortunately. But well cared for property, so I'm probably not going to hang around. They obviously don't want people in here. You can see the extent of this. Built in 1752 is the date marker above the main entrance. Would have had an arched, I don't know if you can make that out, but it would have been an arch in there originally. They've infilled that. And all of that whole elevation looks derelict. But look what they've done to this side. They've, oh look, there's a similar archway here. Look, but they've converted all of these into little flats. What a beautiful place to live. So we're just leaving now. This would have been what looks like the original gatehouse. These grand gates here. So we've just come round past the chateau to the old prison, which now is being converted into residential use. So we're in like this maze of little cobbled, small little roads. Beautiful, really beautiful. Anna absolutely loves them. You just see in the distance there, I don't know if you can just see the tower of one of the old Chateau of Chateauroux. God, you think the history of this lane. You can just imagine people getting access to the inner security of the town. Here we are, look. So the story behind this was it was it was military, then a fortified town, and then it was used as a prison. There we are, 15th century. And then after that, it's been converted now to residential. And we are told, yes, we are told that here are the old hinges. And these would have been for the massive wooden gates. And then the portcullis trough is still there, look. And the masonry is in fantastic condition. There we are. What a place to buy a little gîte and rent it out with all the history. And it goes up into town here, which is still staggering. Cars can still come down it. So its 15th century tower was part of the ring of sturdy ramparts built around the chateau. This gate, which is called the Porte Saint-Martin or Martin, originally had 2 towers and provided the only access to the castle. Very important, it provided more effective means of monitoring the twisted ascent up to the castle. In the 18th and 19th century, the gate was then used as a prison, hence its current name, and since then it's been converted into residential. Got to love a bit of painted wall marketing. Mitterrand, TSF, look at that telephone number, 1141. That is still bright. What did they do here? It was an enterprise of General Electrics. So this is part of the walled town. So the walled town was behind here. That's where we were, and then the archway, the gate into the security of that. But look at the buttresses and how close and large they are, retaining that wall. Quite staggering. So you'd want to be the other side of it. Pay your tax to the local town to have the security of that.
Look, there's a turret there.
Was it a turret?
Look, the ramparts, it says.
So this building behind us is, would you believe it, is 14th century. And look at it, it's been rendered to death. So that was our little visit into Chateauroux, which is only a spitting distance from home. We come here for mainly our sort of big shopping and stuff, and we don't do the old town much, do we?
No.